tour, is that about maybe a day?
Yeah, probably a day's worth of travel. I'd say that you could probably get there. Let's see, one hex is 5 miles, so yeah, take you. If you leave out in the morning, it'll get you. You'll get there kind of just past midday. All right, so this is our 19th session in Dead Beginnings.
Okay.
Jerry just gave a nice
Well,
summary. The party just took care of the necromantic wizard at the Old Owl Well, and we're contemplating heading south to find the Wyvern Tor and the Orcs that reside there. So yeah, about a little more than 10 miles. 11, 12, something like that.
all right. Well, if we don't have um, anything else, I think we head out in the same manner we have. I usually am ranging ahead. Rest of the folks are coming up on horseback. Um, and we're going to go ahead and travel towards the tour.
Okay. Well, if you guys are good with that, then go ahead and give me one d20 roll. Of course you would. All right, let me minimize some
I
of my
wanted
notes here.
Tertius was the first one. When I look up at the left hand with all the pictures, Tertius is the first picture, so I wanted to roll with him first. So I don't know if you
All right.
meant for us to see that, but we did. We can see that.
Yeah, I was curious, but that's right. You're gonna find out here quickly.
Hey, Elizabeth.
So I can do that. You won't see that.
You come upstairs. Can you bring the blood pressure cuff?
All right.
It's
So
on the coffee table in front of the couch. Thanks.
let me do something here. Okay. So how are you guys proceeding as you're coming south?
Well, I'm about anywhere between 15 and 20. You know, I guess I don't want to say yards. I guess I'd be like 15 to 25 feet in front of the rest of the party, kind of ranging from side to side, just looking for any issues. And then Bogner and Dalen are the next ones in the order, is what I remember us talking about, and then Tertius and Evander are kind of bringing up the rear.
Okay. Are you guys walking? You riding? I can't remember. I know you have horses.
Nadia's on foot. The rest of the party is on horseback, and they're bringing Nadia's horse around with us. Because when we get to more like regular just roads, we all will ride. But since this is a wilderness area, that's kind of our order.
All right. All right. Whoever's in front, I guess that's what, you, Nadia?
Yes.
Give me a perception check. Okay. Let's do this here. All right. I was like, of course, I get everything set up for your encounter at Wyvern Tor, and you guys have a road encounter.
Well, we hadn't had any yet. It was kind of weird. We were probably looking for one. Bogner and Dalen should be in front. All right. That's kind of, I just put us in how I think we were traveling. And then Evander has Nadia's extra, the extra horse that Nadia rides when we're actually on a road.
Okay, fair enough. All right then. So you're coming along the road, and go ahead and position yourselves. Let's see. We'll get you down the road a little bit here. Let me know if I'm keeping everybody kind of all in the same rough order.
Yep.
Okay.
So are these areas to the north and south of us kind of rising up above us? Is that what that's trying to show?
Yes. Yeah, you're kind of coming through a small, not defile, but just a small throughway. It's not incredibly high on either side, so it's probably 10 feet on either side.
Steady rise or sharp incline?
Fairly sharp. Probably, 10-foot rise over 5 feet or so.
Okay.
So climbable, but not walkable, right?
Except for me.
Except for you, as long as it's not slick or loose, yeah. Okay, so we get to here. And an arrow comes out and is shot at Nadia. But it misses.
Direction?
Give me a perception check. Because you are surprised. From your right, a little bit behind you.
So from my right, and we're going, so we're going there. So it came back from these bushes that are south of us and a little bit west.
And from above you. So up on top of the rise.
Right. Up on top. Okay.
Okay. Another arrow comes out. I gotta find it here. This one actually hits Bogner. For some damage. And another arrow comes out and strikes Evander. All right, now everybody roll initiative. That's a great time to roll a 20. Oh, 2 20s. Holy cow. 3 20s. Oh my goodness.
Oh, see now Bogner should get. How did Bogner get a +1 on his initiative?
Because his dex is probably +1. He's probably got a 12 dex.
But yeah, but I've got a 19 dex, and I didn't get a plus.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did. I got a +4. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I was looking at Tertius's roll. My bad.
Yeah, Tertius is not very dexterous.
Because I was thinking that Bogner should be ahead of me. Because I was thinking, well, how did he get it? He got a 21, but he's not ahead of Nadia. But okay, I got it now.
Yep. Alrighty. So, surprise round is ended.
Is there a reason there's this big gray? I'm seeing a big gray box in the lower left.
Yeah, it's
corner.
just a legend. Just says like path. Yeah.
Is there a way to ungray it so because
Sure.
I mean that's
Sure.
okay. It's annoying me. I don't know if it's bugging Kevin, but that whole fog of war thing. Oh, see, that's not going to help not annoy me. Oh, bummer.
So, there you go.
Because the legend is right where the things came from, the shots came from.
Yeah, maybe they're hiding underneath it. I wouldn't do that to you. All right. So, Nadia, yeah, you don't see anything as yet. You want to throw another perception check, see if you can find them?
I'll throw a perception check and then I.
So were they all coming from the same general direction, or can we even tell that at this point?
So since the one arrow struck you, Wagner, it came from this direction for you. And Evander didn't see because he kind of got struck from behind.
So I know mine came from back the other direction. Wagner's came from up ahead.
That's probably more appropriate for Wagner.
But mine's almost the opposite direction, but not quite as west as south.
Yeah, you know it's like over this way somewhere.
Okay. Well, I'll do a perception check. That's fine.
Yeah, something like that, based on where the arrow passed in front of you. All right, you'd see this goblin where you're, or not a goblin, it's a slightly larger. It's more of a hobgoblin. That's what these guys look like, somewhat armored.
Okay.
So, what do you wish to do now that you've spotted your foe? He's actually kind of in the midst of a bush there. That's not really a tree, that's a bush.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at him with my bow.
All right. You do deal some damage.
And then I'm gonna go ahead, and so like if I move, so Jim, if I move like right to the base of this, is he gonna be able to attack me from there? Or is he actually gonna have to move to the edge so to be able to attack?
With a I'd say you got from where he is now and where you are now, probably 3/4 cover. So he'd be -5 to hit you. I mean, he could still kind of sort of see you if he's looking around, but
Okay.
now if you move up and crouch down, then full cover he can't. He'd have to come to the edge.
Well, instead of doing that,
Yeah, because you're almost 6
You're
foot.
almost
You're
6
pretty
foot.
big.
You're pretty.
do you want to put tokens so that I actually have to lock the token?
Done.
Okay. Oh, why am I? Oh, is that where I was to start? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this thing that's right above the legend, is that a tree or is that just another bush?
That there?
That
That
one.
there?
Yep.
That's a bush.
Well, even though it's a bush, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna hunker down in the bush, out of sight.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a
Oh, okay. I moved it to Bogner, but I can give you something.
let's see. No, you've got enough movement to get in there, so that's there. But give me a yeah, give me a perception check. What the heck? I think your passive perception's pretty high, isn't it? 15? Nah, don't worry about it. You don't need to do that. Nobody else does, but you do. You've crashed into this bush right next to another hobgoblin.
Okay.
All right, Bogner.
When I crash into him, am I able to yell out to the others?
Sure. You haven't used the bonus action yet.
All right. So I'll yell out, you know, another one another one by me. I mean, they all saw where I shot off to.
Right. Oh, and give me a stealth roll since you're trying to hide from the others. Throw it in the tower, please. All right, Bogner. You saw Nadia shoot a hobgoblin up above you to the right, so you know where that goblin is. You do not know. You'll have to roll a perception to try to find the hobgoblin that shot you, or try to find the other hobgoblin that is in the bush with Nadia. Which one are you trying to look for?
The one that shot me.
All right. Yeah, you see him. He's right there.
So the rest of them, the one that I shot, they're able to see, right?
Yeah, because you struck it, it cried out, kind of rustled a little bit. It's
Okay. And then Hobgoblin 3, just Bogner can see.
That's correct.
And nobody but me can see Hobgoblin 12, but I've called out and they know that there's one in the bush with me.
Yep. They all kind of saw where you went for the most part as you dove into the bush.
All right, I'm going to tell the other 3 that are near me to generally follow Nadia. I'm going to go ahead and move closer to the edge to the north of us here and kind of try and go around and come up from the east side.
Okay. A horse has 40 feet of movement. Since you're mounted, I'll give you 40 feet. Okay. And that'll roughly put you 5 feet off the ground. So if you stand, let's see, how tall are you? 4 or 5. So standing, reaching up above you, you can reach that top of that incline there.
Oh, you mean like to haul myself up?
Yeah, you could haul yourself up if you wanted. It's probably a simple athletics check. I wouldn't even make you roll for it. But it would take an action for you to do that.
That's fine. I'll go ahead and do that because that'll leave the horse in a little bit of cover, at least from the one that was attacking me.
Okay. Okay, so using your action to climb, and you can continue to move as your action. You can move up to another, well, let's see, that's climbing's double, so that's 10 feet. So you got another 15 feet of movement from there if you want to close the gap with that hobgoblin.
Sure.
Okay.
So all of these things we see are bushes, not trees.
Yep, for this purpose, it's bushes.
Gotcha.
Because you're really in a mountainous kind of scrub land. I couldn't find a mountainous scrub land map.
Nope, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure so that I'm know what I'm doing.
Yeah, if it was wooded, then it'd be different. These would be trees, and the underlying growth would be scrub, brush, and bushes and stuff. But nope, everything here is just a bush. All right, bonus action? Nope. Okay, Hobgoblin 3. Seeing that you've closed the gap with him, he's going to take a swipe with his longsword, and he's going to miss. Whoosh. Tertius. All hell's broken loose.
All right, let me look here.
Nadia went bush diving after shooting somebody up above you.
Did you just call her a carpet muncher?
A bush diver, yeah.
Right.
I don't know if she was eating anything while she was in there, but
Last session, Tertius got to use his breath weapon, so that was fun. Let's see here.
Did he hit Wagner?
No. He actually managed to hit the zombies.
I think he got 2 out of 3.
Yep. All right, so the range is 30 foot on produce flame. So Tertius is going to go ahead. He's not going to close entirely with the other goblin. Going to move to 15, that 15 feet. That should bring him within 30 feet of the Hobgoblin 2, and he's going to attack Hobgoblin 2.
Okay.
With produce flame. Oh, missed him. And so I still had some more movement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I moved 15, so I still have another 15.
Yes.
Yes. I'll go ahead and move out further.
Okay. All right, Evander, after taking an arrow in the back, he is not too happy. He's going to unleash a hand crossbow against the hobgoblin he can see. And he's going to miss. And then he's going to give himself a healing word. And That's it. He's just going to stay right where he is. Alright. Hobgoblin 2. Alright. He is trying to find you, but he can't see you.
You being Nadia, I'm assuming.
Yep, trying to find Nadia, but he can't seem to find her. Instead, he's going to shoot a longbow at Dalen. Oh, but he hits. Wow. And almost max damage. That's a pretty good bow shot. All right, Dalen's up. That would be Kevin.
So, how close to the edge is he relative to, I mean, within that bush? So, like, if I move Dalen over there on his horse and stand up, will he be in range of me trying to stick him with a javelin or not?
He would. His lower half of his body would be, because you'd have to be standing on a horse to do that. I'd have to have you give me an acrobatics check. I didn't bother with Wagner since he was standing on the horse and basically climbing up and off, as opposed to trying to do some action that requires him to stay on the horse. Now, Dalen wants to do the same thing and climb up. He might have enough movement. Let's see. 10, 15, 25. Yeah, I'd say he'd have enough movement to get up, like to right there.
Would he have enough movement to attack still or not?
Yeah, no, he's got enough movement to get there and get up top, and then he still has an action left to so he can attack.
So, because he's taller, that doesn't require his action to do the climbing?
So what required the action last time is you took a full 40 to get to where you were with
Gotcha.
Wagner before he could climb. So here Dalen's got enough movement that he can go from like to there without any issue.
So I can get him to there and then attack?
Yep. So go ahead and target Hobgoblin 2. Now Talon's his long sword.
Yeah, I was gonna say, since I'm up next to him, I can use the normal melee weapon, right? I don't have to do the javelin.
Correct. But evidently the bush caught your blade and turned it aside.
I just put my staff of defense effect on, Jimmy.
Yeah, I took it off because you were using a bow. And now if you've put the bow away and grabbed your staff out, then yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you took it off. I thought that it was gone initially.
Nope, it was there when we started.
Okay.
Just hard for you to hold on to your staff when you're shooting a two-handed weapon.
Okay, no worries.
All right, Hobgoblin 12. Choices, choices, choices. Hmm. Oh, no, he will take a swing at the creature that just jumped in on him. So he'll swing at Nadia. Oh wow. He hits. Not a lot of damage though. And he's going to move over here. And he's going to be done.
So, is there not a bunch of other hobgoblins that you need to do stuff with in the background, or are you doing that in your mind?
As far as you know, these are the only 3 that you're aware of.
Okay. Well, Nadia will take a swipe at the dude that just hit her with her staff of defense. Let me untarget.
Number 2.
Target him. So I missed. I'll go ahead and try to hit him with an unarmored attack.
So you try to swing your staff around, but the bush gets in the way. You try to give him a kick, and a high root seems to grab your boot. You're not used to fighting inside a bush. Or maybe you're just out of practice.
No, that'll be it.
All right, Wagner.
I will take a swing at number 3.
Good old mercenary work. Wagner knows how to fight within a bush. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow him to get maximum swing behind his blows, but he connects. Hobgoblin 3 will return in kind. But he misses. Tertius.
Can Tertius see the one that Nadia attacked?
Yes, he can see. Since you guys are both still deep, you and the hobgoblin are both in the bush, it's just a -2 for him to hit. But he pretty much knows where this guy's at. Will produce flame action. Roll me a d20, just by itself. Okay. The little flame bolt passes through the bush, missing everything, and splashes against the dirt. Evander is going to hop off the horse and come down. And he's going to use a rapier against Hobgoblin 12.
Does he get to flank him since he's on the opposite side?
He does. But he still misses. Evidently, bush fighting is tricky, even if you're not in the damn thing. And let's see, where's everybody else? He's going to wait on the heel of his fighters. All right, Hobgoblin 2. Now, they want to use their bows, but you guys close in with them, ruin their plans. So we'll continue to sword fight with Dalen. And he misses. Dalen, you're up. You also miss. All right. Not worried about the sword that didn't strike him in the back. He'll continue to work Nadia. But he gets his long sword tangled in the bush. Nadia's up.
All right, I'll try to hit him with my staff again.
This time you do a classic Shaolin jab. Boom. Right in the gut. Oh. Coughs up some blood.
I'll follow that up with an unarmed attack.
Very nice. This time you follow up with, what's those wedged hand piercing jabs right into his throat, and he goes down coughing. A wedge hand, right? Just kind of did a wedge hand right into his trachea.
All right, so he's down, dying. I
Yep.
still have movement, right?
That's correct. All right, give me an acrobatics check. Because this embankment is not a firm wall. Okay. You make it up. And I'll say you get all the way to there. Wagner. You hit. You haven't had this much fun since, well, yesterday afternoon, fighting zombies.
You did. You did actually knock a zombie off a wall and about halfway across the old owl wall.
Sweet.
All right. This time you bring your hammer around, you change your angle, and crush it right on top of the head. Bring it down to its knees, and it just falls over. You have movement if you so choose.
So, do I notice anything else like popping out of the brush anywhere around me or not?
If you want to, instead of moving, if you want to give me a perception check, you can do that. But just, you don't see anything as you're fighting. Nothing's coming out. If you want to search, you can. Okay. Yeah. Seems to be all quiet from this side of the trail. Is Tertius going to do a produce flame?
Oh, I didn't see that it was my turn yet. All right.
That's my polite way of saying, hey, it's your turn.
Yeah, Tertius is still on his horse. He'll move over to where he's going to be in range of Hobgoblin 2 and try to produce flame on him again.
All right. Hits. Wow. And brings him down.
And Nadia and Dalen jump out of the bush as it ignites.
That's why I was going to have you roll a d20. Nope. Does not start a fire. But you burned some leaves, but they just died out rather quickly. Okay. You kind of look around. You're pretty sure that's just the 3 hobgoblins. You do search them. And one of them carries a crudely drawn sketch that kind of looks like a dragon born, it's kind of got a dragon head with exaggerated horns, and somebody walks around on 2 legs and carries a hammer and has like fire in a hand or something. And it says on that crudely drawn sketch, 25 gold pieces for this one. And there's a symbol of a black spider at the bottom right of the sketch.
Nice. Tertius has a bounty. While the rest of them search the bodies, Nadia will round up the horses that we've jumped off of them. She's fastest. She can go grab them and bring them kind of to where we initially got attacked.
Yeah, the horses are, they're fairly well trained. None of them got hit, so that they didn't run off in fear. So that's easy enough done. So yeah, that's.
Did you find anything else on them? No treasure, just this one sketch.
No, just some, so long swords. Maybe 15 more arrows total and some longbows, but.
I'll take the arrows. How many arrows?
15. I'm not going to put in the party sheet. You can just increase your total by 15 if you want.
I took 11 of them. I'm now got full. I got my full amount, my full allotment.
All right, perfect. All right. So with that, you continue on, and now you make it
Approach the tor.
to the tor. Now, this is going to be a pretty big map. Give it a moment. You will right-click on the map anywhere, and then resize it to be small. And when you do that, it will become of a manageable size that you can now resize. You guys are in the upper left portion of the map.
I didn't have an option for small.
Resize and small size.
only gives me option for original and adjust vertical and adjust horizontal.
Same thing.
Ah,
You probably have additional options since you have a full version.
maybe.
But I mean, it just loaded. I can see us. We're up in one corner. There's a couple of boulders or big giant boulders around us, and then on the other side of the map, there's another giant boulder with a lot of area between it, and then a cliff-looking thing with it looks like a torch right in the middle.
Yep. So let me do this.
And then everything that's kind of like further south is grayed out.
Yep. All right. So as you come across a sizable hill, and you approach it behind some boulders or outcroppings, you eventually find the camp, and you can have this faint smell of smoke which hangs in the air as you come up along the rugged ridge. And about 50 yards away, cave mouth opens up at the bottom of a ravine, hunkered down by a boulder. 20 yards outside the cave, keeping watch is a single orc.
Out that direction.
So I gotta remember, 20 yards is what, 60 feet?
Yep.
So he's about there.
And I'm 190 feet from him. And we don't see anything else, right?
That's correct.
And he doesn't see us yet.
Not yet.
Okay. You know, one of the things we probably should have done while we were still at the other place, I don't know if
We'll
they'll
let you
allow
we'll,
this, is
we'll
that,
let you recon a couple actions.
So, you know, a short rest to replenish whatever hit points is what I was thinking. I wanted to use one of my hit die.
Makes sense. Go ahead.
So Nadia's healed. Bogner, Dalen, do you guys want to do the same thing? Use one of your hit die? Yep, look like they do. And I don't know if you want to do the same for Evander or not. He's only got 1 point of damage, so. All right.
No, Evander probably won't.
So we'll gather up around behind this boulder and, you know, have a little discussion since this guy hasn't seen us yet. And you know, what do we want to do? We don't see any others yet. Like you said, it's a pretty big map. I mean, there could be other things out there, but you know, this is the only thing we see. If you guys want, I can try to sneak and get up on top of this tor or whatever and you know, kind of behind him and then rush in from that direction and keep him from being able to call out for help from the cave or go running into the cave and alerting everybody. But what do you guys think? What do you want to do? How far can a horse charge?
Well, movement is 40, so if if the horse goes 40 and you spur it on with your action and do nothing else, then you can get 80.
Yeah, so even if you go 80, we're only get halfway to him. So you guys let me know what you want to do.
Well, I mean, I'm good with you trying to sneak up on him. Are you going to try and get up on the face, or are you just going to kind of try and go along the base of it?
No, I'm gonna try to get up. I want to stay out of his sight, so I'm gonna get up on the top and stay out of his sight if possible. So I'll see what else is up there, potentially, and then come around to a location where I can, run down the face of that and get to him before he can get into the cave. In the meantime, you guys can be prepared to charge for if he does see me, and hopefully, cut him off before he gets into the cave.
Okay.
All right. So do you guys want to position yourself like between these two boulders or whatever these things are? I'm assuming there's some point, Jim, that he can't see us, so I don't know how far that would be. So I don't know if can he see them if they're there?
So that would be one line of sight, right? That you guys can say reasonably. That would be another line of sight.
Okay. So if you guys stayed right where I am behind that, he's not going to see you. So if you guys position yourself there, and I'll try to sneak around and hopefully avoid his gaze. But if not, then it's up to you to try to charge and keep him from going. Makes sense?
Sure.
All right, you want to position yourselves? I'll position myself over here behind this boulder.
All right. So everybody roll me as we start here. Roll me some fresh initiatives. We're not in combat yet, but just so we have them there. Alrighty.
All right, so doesn't look like there's much scrub. Can I tell which direction he's looking?
Yes, please. He is actually looking this way.
Okay. So I am going to try to do a stealthy move, and do you want to lock the tokens?
Sure. I'm kind of doing like those video games, right? That had you the field of view.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
All right, let me lock tokens. Bam. Yeah, so I'll say, he's kind of looking, kind of looking that way.
All right, so I'm going to move stealthy, but I'm also going to, I'm going to move quick. I'm going to try to move to there, and then I'm actually going to try to dash another 45 feet.
Okay, so stealth is half your movement rate. So with a move and a dash, your stealth roll will get you 45 feet.
Okay, well then that's what I'm trying.
Okay, well give me a stealth roll in the tower, or fine. Yeah, roll it in the tower.
I don't know where else I would roll it.
In the bottom right of your table next to library, there's a little tower icon. So you would drop your dice on top of that tower.
Ah, see, that's on my second screen. I never look over there. I just always do it in the chat. I'll do it in the tower next time if you want me to.
Sure. And you can
How is that different?
It hides it from you guys. So you don't know if you were stealthy or not. You can right click on that tower and you should be able to unlock it, and then you can move it over by your chat window or wherever you'd like it. Up top next to your player portraits, however.
So other than the ones where it says that we actually hit or miss, I mean, I guess I don't really understand if I'm seeing that Nadia is actually stealthy or not. So I mean, I can see the last roll got a 10, but I have no idea if that means he's stealthy or not. So I'm not sure.
No,
I'm
I think he's saying that he's trying to determine whether or not so I don't know if the orc sees me. You guys don't know if he sees me. But all of a sudden, if the orc takes off towards the cave mouth, that's when we know he's seen us.
Right. So it's just a way for me to try to provide some extra, I don't know, anticipation, or some surprise, Yeah. Anyway, not a big deal. Go ahead and roll again for me.
Well, I'm just saying though, I mean, like, I don't know what the range is that says that he's stealthy or not stealthy. So the fact that it's a 10 basically means nothing to me.
No, I agree. I know what you're saying. But
Right.
if you roll an 18, you're like, oh, I probably did pretty well. If you roll a 2, Now you guys are pretty good about not altering what you intend to do, but some players aren't. Some players like, oh, I rolled a 2. Oh, well, I'm going to do this instead.
Oh, all right.
So you want me to roll again?
Yeah, just because I asked for it in the tower. All right. All right. So you do. You get to there, and orc doesn't seem to do anything except turn.
So he's kind of patrolling.
Yep.
Okay.
He's looking that way now, and he's kind of walking this way.
Okay.
In fact,
Well,
he's
my
probably
turn
really
is-
right there.
Okay, so my turn is done. You just said that he did his turn, and
He
is
just
it my
did it.
turn again?
You just did.
Yep.
And are they still waiting?
Yep.
Nope, you
All
can
right.
go again.
First,
Yep. You can go again.
I do want to move these guys up right behind the other two, because I mean they're all going to be ready. All right, so now I'm doing the same thing. I'm gonna try to get up to the top. I don't know if you can open up any of the gray area, but I'm gonna try to get up to the top. Another stealth roll.
Yes, another stealth roll. Okay, and give me a acrobatics check.
Even with the slippers?
Yeah, even with the slippers. All right, no problem. You've picked out what you felt was some solid rock, and indeed it was solid rock.
All right, is there any more I can see up here or no?
Yes. Get there.
Okay, good.
And obviously, the mass part is starting to, uncover some of the tunnel stuff and the cave structure. So you'll just assume it's more of this kind of rock all the way across.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering. I didn't know if I had a flat surface that I could get behind something and then go quickly across where he wouldn't be able to see me or not. All right, so I got there. So now it's Orc 3's turn again, right?
So he moves further along. And he moves that way. Let's see.
How high up am I up over here on this side now?
You are. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, you're probably only halfway up the face, actually. It's pretty high. It's probably 30, 40 feet in different spots.
Okay.
So we'll say you're probably. I should have been thinking that. Let's say you're just past halfway there, up the face.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me another stealth roll, and a perception check.
Okay.
Just for the rest of you.
In the which one? In the tower or not?
Nope, out in the open. Perception's fine.
Well, you said the stealth though.
Oh, that's. Okay. The orc seems to be taking an interest in this area where you are. Like he's not sure he sees something, but he sees something. Because he's actively looking in this area and he's coming this way.
Okay. But do I have a little bit of cover? I mean, the way the map looks, I've got some. I mean, it's bending around, and I could be getting behind something here in the next turn.
Yeah, I mean, line of sight, you're kind of around a bend, kind of, you're not fully exposed.
Okay. So is it back to my turn?
Yep, back to your turn. Go ahead and
Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is, again, I'm going to go a little bit stealthy, and I'm going to try to find like an alcove or little something in here. I don't know if I have anything, but if he's interested, I'm hoping he's going to keep coming towards me. And I'm just going to try to, so like I might move up like right here underneath the last ledge of the thing, which hopefully gives me maybe a little bit of cover, and try to draw him in closer to the party.
Okay. I'm going to say actually right here is kind of a little underneath the overhang, and it's more deeply shadowed.
And I can hide in shadows.
So you've got some shadows there.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me a stealth check in the tower. See how well you do. Okay.
Okay, so I'm done there. So now we just need to see what Mr. Orc does. You guys are hopefully watching and keeping an eye on the orc and myself.
So the orc is indeed coming over here, but he doesn't seem to eyeball you per se. In fact, let's see here. Yep, that's where he is. And now Dalen can just start to see the orc.
Okay.
The orc does not look to be looking towards you guys. He is, again, focused this way.
Okay. So before I do another turn, I'm gonna let the party. I mean, if Dalen can now see him, I'm gonna let the party, decide what they're gonna do. They're gonna let him come in a little bit further, or are they gonna go ahead and try to rush out?
Well, I think we would probably know at this range that we can't close the distance yet.
Yeah, he's 90 feet, 100 feet away.
Okay, well, I'm just making sure because I mean, you guys can obviously see him. You may not be able to close a range, but you could obviously get within a thrown or bow or spell.
I'd say let him get farther away from the entrance before we engage him.
Okay. Well, Nadia's not going to move then on her turn. Nadia's going to kind of stay here. She's looking out, hopefully seeing whether or not the orc is still coming her way.
Okay.
Do I need to roll another stealth?
Yep. Give me another stealth because you're still trying to just hide, right? You're not drawing any attention to yourself.
Oh, if I did, you wanted in the other
Nope,
thing,
that's
right?
fine. Leave it alone.
Okay.
In fact, we'll even show you the orc's perception. That's his wisdom check. He's still looking over there, though. But he's
So you
not.
going to travel any further or no?
Yeah, let's see. Why, yes, he will. He gets to there. But does not see Nadia. And let's see. So he's focused, but you can all see him now for the most part. Except maybe Tertius. Tertius might not be able to see him.
That's fine. I mean,
But that also means
Galen,
as soon as he turns, he will see you guys.
Yep.
Now this bush here is obscuring things a little bit, so you've got that going for you. And his focus is over here. All right, so he's moved. You've hidden. What do you guys want to do
Dalen's
now?
turn. Or Dalen Bogner's turn.
Alright, so how far can Dalen move on the horse?
With a dash action, he can get 90 or 80 feet.
Can you trample during that?
These are riding horses, not war horses.
Okay, I was
so
just curious.
it would be very difficult. It'd be a very hard animal handling check to see if you could force the animal to do something it's not trained to do.
Gotcha.
In fact, most animals, riding animals, are trained to do the opposite. They're trained to avoid everything.
I've got to exploit all my possibilities.
Yep. Okay. So Dalen says, yeah, comes out that far.
He's not going to say anything. He's just going to go.
Just going to go. Okay.
Because he doesn't want to try and alert him any more than he has to.
Okay.
So we're now in combat, right?
You are now in combat. There is no way this orc did not see a mounted rider riding at him.
Right. No, I just wanted to make sure that so you've locked everything. Now we're going through the combat tracker. Dalen just did his 70 feet of movement.
Can he attack or not?
Nope. No, he was using his action to spur the animal on for another 30 feet. In fact, you got 10 more feet if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can almost block him from a direct path to the cave.
Yeah, we'll move him here. I don't want him doing any attacks of opportunity as I move past him, so.
Smart. All right. Go ahead and end Dalen's turn then. Bogner. He does the same thing, spurs his horse on. Go, Buttercup.
Oh, I didn't know Bogner's horse was named Buttercup.
I assume there's lots of things you don't know about Bogner. I'm not even sure
I'm not even
Bogner
sure
would care to name
Bogner
his horse, so
horse.
I don't know.
He'd call it PETA.
PETA, nice.
Yeah, nice.
All right, how do I get rid of this damn movement thing? It's
Just
already been established.
just grab your token and move it
But
off and back onto where you
off
are.
and back on to where you are.
Got it. All right, so me seeing them thunder out, I'm gonna make as straight a line as possible. I don't know how much of a straight line I can make towards the enemy.
Like down
Like
the face
down
or
the
along
face
the top?
or along the top.
No, down the face. I'm going, trying to get back down to the grasslands. So you tell me, there's my normal movement. You tell me how far I can actually get.
Okay, and you are not being stealthy now, or you are?
Or you
Nope,
are.
not being stealthy anymore. I'm just using my slippers and going. So if you need me to do an acrobatics check,
So
I can do that.
Yes, so I do need an acrobatics check. Make sure you don't
Actually,
try to step on
Try
any
to
loose shale.
loose shell.
In the tower or
No, out in the open. Okay, no problem. I'm actually going to put you here. Because you're coming down there. Because you're coming down at an angle and you're about 30 feet up, so.
That's fine. That's why I said tell me where I'm going to end up. That's cool. I get it.
Yeah, without doing my triangle math, you know, that's approximate.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm within my distance of my short bow. So if you want to remove my staff effect, you can.
I will if we get into melee.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and actually shoot at the orc.
You hit.
That's an impressive feat. Running down the side of a mountain, shooting a bow at the end of it, and hitting him for max damage.
Indeed it is. Takes him right in the side. I mean, he's looking at two mounted fighters that have just kind of run by on each side of him. And he's thinking to himself, where the hell these guys come from? And then the arrow coming out of where he was searching before strikes him. Done? All right.
Yeah, that's mine.
All right. So he unfortunately thinks about what he wants to do. He's going to try to work his way between. And he's going to take his great axe and he's going to bring it around towards Bogner. But he misses.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So I'm assuming that these are like, I mean, they're still pretty intelligent. Why wouldn't he aim at the horse? This is detrimental to me. Our party, but I would have him aim at the horse.
Yeah, call me a lazy DM. I don't want to have to figure out what a horse's stats are. I'm sure it's like an AC 12. That's probably a hit. How many hit points it has, I don't know. 2d4, 2d6. Yeah.
All right. I'm just curious. Just curious.
Let's let's see.
Alright.
Is he smart enough to run or not smart enough to run? Nope. All right, Tertius is up.
Yep.
Sorry, Bog. I was trying to actually damage you. All right. So Tertius, seeing the others jump off, I can go what? Would you say 40 feet?
Yep, you can get 40 on your
Get
horse.
40 on your horse.
So I'll come up to there. Which I cannot do a produce flame at that range. So I will end my turn. He's not going to try to spur him on.
Evander's like, holy shit, we're doing this. We're really doing this. And what is the range of a hand crossbow? And he is there. Evander's going to come around, and he's going to say, you're too stupid not to know you should have run. Oh, but the orc makes his saving throw. Top of the round, Dalen.
Is hopping off my horse going to take an action or
No,
not?
I'll just say that's movement. I won't
Okay.
even make you. I won't even make you do an athletics roll to see if you do it without falling on your ass.
So question around that. So if we didn't hop off the horse, is there a modifier to the attack?
Not in there's no real mounted combat bonuses or negatives in
In,
Okay.
standard 5e. Now there's I hate to say, I don't want to say expansions. I'm going to see some of the other resources. I think do talk about some mounted combat, but again, it's usually with respect to trained war horses. For you guys, I would probably have you roll an animal handling check to see if you could effectively, use the animal.
I was just
combat.
saying being able to swing the sword from the animal's back.
Right. Which you
Okay.
can, but again, it's not,
So you
not
just-
a trained animal. You'd have to make it animal handling, make sure it didn't, shy or something.
Okay, that was just my own curiosity. Kick his ass, Dalen.
I think that hits. You didn't have to roll that in the tower. And it does. It does hit the orc.
Oh,
And brings it down.
nice.
Hill search him.
What was that?
I said hill search him.
Was that your fancy longsword?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was the new
Talon.
fancy longsword. Nothing on him. I mean, he's got a crude war axe and javelin, but that's about it.
That's about it.
Okay. So do you want to unlock tokens again?
Sure. So you guys successfully took care of the orc sentry. Let everybody move.
So I don't know what we can see, but basically we're going to start looking into we didn't find anything on him. You're going to go ahead and start trying to look into the cave and see what we can see from that perspective. Okay, so it kind of bends around.
Yep, seems to come back in. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Me or all of us?
You, Nadia, since you're up front, and typically you're the party lead. Okay. What is your dark vision? 60 feet?
Yes. All right.
You can see a little bit more than 60 feet because there is some torchlight in here.
So I let the other guys know that looks like a big, just a long cave. No, nothing in here that I can see. We may have some obstruction here, about 25 feet in. It's a big rock in the way, so I can't see effectively over it. But overall, big, big, just a huge hallway type cave.
Yeah, it's about 20 feet tall on this 35-foot cliff face, and that rock obstruction is probably a 10-foot tall rock. So it's
All right. So do we want to go ahead and continue moving in?
We're gonna tie up the horses outside here, or what are we gonna do with them?
Good call.
there's some
Jim, is
scrub.
there
There's,
somewhere
there's places you can tie the reins to that they won't go anywhere.
All right, so let's go ahead and tie them up.
I'll even say that you guys did it back away from the cave entrance, so they didn't win
Sure.
wine or something. Unless you
Sure.
want them next to the cave entrance.
No. I wouldn't. I was actually going to pull them back beyond those two boulders to the four little trees, but that other tree is fine too.
Okay.
I don't think about those details all the time. All right, so Nadia says, hey, we can come in and there's, I can see the boulder. We can get up to that boulder and we can, that would be our next like point of being able to try to see what else is in this cave.
How tall does it appear to you?
Jim just said that it was 10 feet, about 10 feet tall. It's a big old rock.
Okay. I'm starting to fade, so I missed that.
No worries. So Jim, it looks like there's a break here that I might be able to like view through. Not sure if there is. So we can all move up.
Yep. Not much that you can see, but Nadia, give me a perception. Both Nadia and Bogner, give me perception checks. Nadia more for hearing and Bogner for sight. Okay. So
I just
no,
moved Evander in, even though.
yeah, there's not much you can really see for Nadia.
Okay.
You can see there's another boulder here with this corner. It's kind of all you can really get.
this thing is 20 feet high.
Yeah.
All right, so I think Nadia will do her normal. Let's go walk on the ceiling thing. So I'm going to walk up the wall that's to the east, up all to the ceiling, and then I'll start doing that whole stealthy. Let's see what we can see.
Okay.
So once I'm on the ceiling, I'm gonna start moving this direction. So like maybe to there.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
You got to tell me if you want it in the tower because
I
I
will.
just naturally
I will.
rolling somewhere else.
Let you guys see some rolls. All right, you are now up above everything. So that allows you a much better view. And let me find these guys. You see 3 orcs around a campfire.
Okay.
Bogner, yep. You do not see anything.
All right. So I've seen these guys. I've seen layout. I still can't see what's over to the east, but I can see the 3 orcs. So I'll come back down, and we can I can tell everybody what I've seen. So know that there's another big boulder in the way. How big is this other boulder that's in the middle?
The next one down, yeah, it's similar
Yeah.
size, probably 8 feet.
8 feet.
So I'll let everybody know that I can go up on top again, and you guys can if you want you can try to make your way as stealthily as possible. I kind of look and grin at Dalen and say, but I know that there's 3 orcs down there. I don't know how many more there might be.
So I'll remind the monk that he has some abilities that could greatly aid his the stealthiness of his party.
I can. Well, but I mean, darkness would like already let them know that we're there. I don't know what abilities you're talking about.
I think you can make stuff be silent, can't you?
Well, I can do a silence. I don't know that. I mean, visually, I don't know. I guess I should ask you. I mean, again, so now meta. I should have done this retrospectively. Where are these orcs looking? Are they all looking at the campfire? Are they looking at where we're?
They're socializing around the campfire, getting food, eating.
Well, I didn't think
Joke.
about that. So unless one of my party members wanted to say that I could do that, then I'm not going to do that for this battle. That's an error on my part.
All right. Live and learn for next time.
So kind of ask the rest of the group what they want to do. I mean, I think you might be able to get up, to this next boulder. They're just socializing. They're not quiet. They're not loud. So we do definitely need to be quiet. What do y'all want to do?
Send you up to the ceiling to see if you can get a better view into the rest of the area without them noticing.
Sure. All right, so Jim, I'm going to go back up onto the ceiling. You need another athletics check or not?
No, you got it. You're
You
inside.
got
This is pretty solid rock in here. It's not real loose. No issues
no,
here.
no issues, no.
All right, so Bogner wants me to get to about here. So I'm gonna do my best to get stealthy, stay on the ceiling, stay in the shadows, and see what I can see of the rest of this cavern.
Okay, well, give me another stealth check. Okay. All right, so you get up there. Let me unmask some more stuff.
So now you guys are watching me as much as you can. I need you guys to move out, to where you can at least someone can see me. I'm assuming.
So this is, I don't know, it's not a boat, but it's something else.
Okay.
Supplies, crates, refuse, whatever.
I mean, I'll move out a little bit, but I'm just concerned about these things being able to spot me.
Yeah, they're facing the other way. They're looking at the campfire.
Yeah, I mean, so you stepped out. You're gonna come down. You try to be stealthy.
Try to be stealthy.
Yeah, you know what? I just because I know that the group wants to know a little bit more. I'll try to make my way over here.
I was talking to Bogner.
I
As
was talking to Wagner.
no, I was talking about me. But Bogner wasn't going to try to be stealthy yet, was you?
No, I was just gonna try and look and see, keep an eye on Nadia so I can see if she's trying to give us any hand signals or anything like that.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah,
Okay, no problem.
I don't have any hand signals yet, so
And in fact,
I'm gonna
And in fact,
give me
that's
make my
another
way
give me
further.
another check there, Nadia. Another stealth check. And Bogner, you'd need to move down to there to still see her around this stone. Maybe right there. But that's still, you're fine. That's kind of like just a step and a lean.
All right, so I'm
Then I
looking.
move closer to the west wall without drawing a whole lot of attention.
Oof. Good thing you rolled well. Show me on the map where you want to go, like just directly west.
Yeah, just something that still gives me a little bit more of a possibility of seeing Nadia without.
Yeah,
until
I'll
they
say
clear
that's
that
fine.
boulder or whatever.
You're really kind of in the shadow there. You're not being backlit by the opening or anything, so yeah, that's not a problem. In fact, Evander will move there a little bit, so he's not quite so behind. Okay, Nadia, from where you are,
I just saw the edge here, and I'm trying to kind of
yeah, you're doing a
see
good
what else I
peek
can
around.
see, peek around the corner.
You can see 3 more orcs and maybe an ogre, something kind of big.
Do I know what it is? Can I do a check on it?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Nope.
No,
no.
That was just
I
big.
gave you a bonus because you're wandering and whatnot. It's yeah, it's an ogre.
All right, and I can't see any further south.
No, it's kind of. Let's see, how far away are you? Oh no, you could. I keep forgetting 60 feet. So it's just the back end of a cave and the
Back end
refuge.
of the cave and
Okay.
the refuge.
All right, so I'm gonna try to make my way back to the party again, being stealthy. Coming back however far I need to make it back so that we can have a little discussion behind that big boulder there.
Give me one stealth roll. Okay. So you make it back to there.
You didn't want to do another wisdom check on any of those guys?
Maybe I did.
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm nothing if not fair, both. I'm an equal opportunity offender.
All right. So kind of let you know, there's a kind of a larger orc back in the back corner, around it to the left. A couple other orcs. Seems to be a giant kind, probably an ogre. And then the 3 orcs that you can see right here in the
Okay.
first campfire.
So I let the group know, what I've seen. Let them know that, it looks like that, that one space we might be able to, cast a darkness or even a silence, perhaps, and keep them from understanding that we're going to attack these first 3. And that could at least break it up. But we've got this is what we got in the area. I didn't really see much of anything else. This back area just looks like goods and stuff that are stored back there. But could be something hiding. Who knows? And if worse comes to worse, we could pull back to this choke point that we're at right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me offer this. It's 11:30. I know Kevin was saying he was fading already. We're about ready to start another battle.
I think it's a good point to stop.
And then
That
that
works.
gives you guys some time to think about how you want to proceed. Now, with Jeff and Jerry gone next week, and assuming that Eric's not going to have his computer up and running, I guess, Kevin, we can determine if we want to do something else, or if you want to run the whole show yourself.
Not really.
Might get a party wipe. That would be awesome.
Yeah, Kevin, you didn't really reply to my thing that we only kind of killed you.
Yeah, somehow Wagner mysteriously makes it back to town without the rest of his party.
Okay. Well, then we'll end it here for the night, and then we'll probably pick it up. Now, Jerry, you're gone for how many weeks?
Just the one.
Okay, just one.
And
I
just
think
one.
Jeff will be
Soccer.
back.
I'm not even really gone, but I'm not gonna be back to the house until 10, and so by that time, getting started. I mean, if you guys want to get started late, I don't have a problem starting at 10:15, 10:30, but we only get an hour in.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest it. Okay. Then next week we'll just call it off, and then the week after we'll pick it up again if everybody's around, and then
I'll be around. If Kevin's around, we can definitely run.
Yeah, the only week that I'm going to be gone is somewhere between July 7th and 13th, whatever week that is.
all right.